Hello friends, welcome back to Learning Nails and Aesthetics. We are in chapter 3 of the Milady Nails book. We will be starting on page 83, going to page 90, where the glossary begins. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And check out my other videos. I have the Milady Foundations book, as well as their aesthetics book, and some unboxing and trying other polishes and items from Temu and all the fun things. And we'll be doing more in the future. I hope to grow this channel, and I can't do that without you. So please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks. Starting on page 83, chapter 3, Skin Structure Disorders and Diseases. Pigmentation disorders. Pigment can be affected by internal factors such as heredity or hormonal fluctuations, or by outside factors such as prolonged exposure to the sun. Abnormal coloration accompanies every skin disorder and many systemic disorders. A change in pigmentation can also be observed when certain drugs are being taken internally. The following terms relate to changes in the pigmentation of the skin. Albinism is congenital leukoderma, or the absence of melanin pigment of the body, including the skin, hair, and eyes. Hair is silky white, the skin is pinkish white, and will not tan. The eyes are pink, and the skin is sensitive to light and ages more rapidly. Chloasma, a condition characterized by increased pigmentation on the skin or dark spots that are not elevated. Chloasma are incorrectly called liver spots, though they have nothing to do with the liver. They are generally pools of melanin caused by cumulative sun exposure. Lentiginous. Singular, lentigo. The technical term for freckles, small yellow to brown colored spots on skin exposed to sunlight. These spots will fade when the exposure of sun is taken away, but can return when sun exposure is returned. Leukoderma, a skin disorder characterized by light, abnormal patches, and caused by a burn or a congenital disease that destroys the pigment-producing cells. It is classified as vitiligo and albinism. There is an example of that in figure 3-13. Nevus, a small or large malformation of the skin due to abnormal pigmentation or dilated capillaries, commonly known as a birthmark. Port wine stain, an abnormal brown or wine-colored skin discoloration with a circular and irregular shape. Its permanent color is due to the presence of darker pigment. Stains occur during aging, after certain diseases like lupus, and after the disappearance of moles, freckles, and liver spots. There is an example of that on this page in figure 3-14. Tan, a change in the pigmentation of skin caused by exposure to heat or ultraviolet energy. From tanning beds or the sun. Vitiligo, milky white spots. Leukoderma of the skin. Vitiligo is hereditary, considered an autoimmune disorder. It may be related to thyroid conditions. Skin with this condition must be carefully protected from overexposure to any source of UV energy. And there's an example of that on this page in figure 3-15. Skin cancer. Skin cancer, primarily caused from frequent overexposure to the sun, comes in 3 distinct forms, varying in severity. Each is named for the type of cells that it affects. Table 3-4. Types of skin cancer. Normal moles. Small brownish spot on the skin, ranging in color from pale to tan to brown or bluish black. Note, this is not a type of skin cancer. And in this table, there are actual photographs if you are able to look at those. Basal cell carcinoma, most common and least severe type of skin cancer, which often appears as light, pearly nodules. Characteristics include sores, reddish patches, or a small growth with an elevated border. Squamous cell carcinoma, more serious than basal cell carcinoma, characterized by scaly red or pink papules or nodules, also appear as open sores or crusty areas, can grow and spread in the body. Malignant melanoma, most serious form of skin cancer, as it can spread quickly, which means it metastasizes. Black or dark patches on the skin are usually uneven in texture, jagged or raised. Melanomas may have surface crust or bleed. Malignant melanoma is the least common, but is 100% fatal if left untreated. Early detection and treatment can result in a 94% 5-year survival rate, but that drops drastically, 62%, once it reaches local lymph nodes. Malignant melanomas often appear in individuals who do not receive regular sun exposure and are most commonly found on areas of the body that are not regularly exposed. This disease is referred to as the city person's cancer. Malignant melanoma is the least common but most dangerous type of skin cancer. If it is detected early, an individual with any of these 3 forms of skin cancer has a good chance of survival. It is important for a nail technician to be able to recognize the appearance of serious skin disorders to better serve clients. It is also important to remember that a nail technician should never attempt to diagnose a skin or nail disorder or recommend treatment, but instead should always sensitively suggest that the client seek the advice of a dermatologist or other qualified medical professional. I would like to add that this cannot be stressed enough. Do not ever try to diagnose someone in any condition. It's a big deal and you can be legally liable. Let's continue. The American Cancer Society recommends using the ABCDE cancer checklist to help make potential skin cancer easier to recognize. Figure 3-16. When checking existing moles, look for changes in any of the following. Asymmetry, one half of the mole does not match the other half. Border irregularity, the edge of the mole are ragged or notched. C, which I have not been saying, but the letters correspond with the first letter in the words. So, color. The color of the mole is not the same all over. There may be shades of tan, brown, or black, and sometimes even patches of red, blue, or white. Diameter. The mole is wider than about 1/4 of an inch, although doctors are now finding melanomas that are smaller. Evolution. The mole evolves or changes. It may include darkening or variations in color. It may itch or hurt. It may change in shape or growth. And on this page, 85, 6 pictures. A benign mole that is symmetrical. And below that is a melanoma, which is asymmetrical. A benign mole of one shade. And under that, a melanoma, 2 or more shades, benign mole, even edges, and a melanoma with uneven edges. Caution, do not treat or remove hair from moles. Never attempt to treat any mole, skin tag, or other skin growth. These are medical procedures, and their removal is not within the scope of practice for which nail technicians are licensed. Web resources. For more information, contact the American Cancer Society at cancer.org or 800-ACS-2345. If any of the above changes to a mole are noticed, Refer the client to a physician for examination. Infectious skin disorders. Herpes simplex, a highly contagious viral infection that causes blister-like clusters, typically found on the skin around the mouth, nose, or genital area. There are several types of herpes simplex. They are considered to be highly contagious when a person is exposed to them from skin-to-skin contact or by sexual transmission. Excuse me, I just burped. Caution should be taken before proceeding services on clients. Both technician and client should wash hands to prevent the spread of infection within the salon. A verruca, the technical term for wart, the hypertrophy of the papillae and epidermis. It is caused by a virus and is infectious. Verruca can spread from one location to another, particularly along a scratch in the skin. Tinea manus, ringworm of the hand. The cause is a fungal infection. It appears as rings containing tiny blisters, dark red to pinkish in color. It is often confused with eczema or contact dermatitis. It can spread to the nails, scalp, feet, and body. Do not, and that is capitalized, do not perform services and refer the client to a physician. Tinea pedis, athlete's foot or ringworm of the feet. The cause is fungal. It thrives in dark, moist places. The skin will be itchy, peeling, may look dry, or may have blisters containing colorless fluid. This can appear in groups between the toes and along the bottom of the foot. No, and that is capitalized, no services should be performed. Check in. What is a skin lesion? Name 3 forms of skin cancer. What are the ABCDEs of preventative skin cancer? Name at least 3 contagious skin conditions that would cause you to not proceed with services. Describe how to prevent the most common skin-related problems in the salon. Skin problems are common in every facet of the professional salon industry. Nail, skin, and hair services can all cause problems for the sensitive client. Fortunately, the clear majority of fingernail-related problems can be easily avoided if you understand how. Dermatitis. Dermatitis is a medical term for abnormal skin inflammation. Figure 3-17 has a picture of contact dermatitis. There are many kinds of dermatitis, but only one is important in the salon. Contact dermatitis is, contact dermatitis is the most common avoidable skin disease for nail technicians. It is caused by continuous contact with irritating substances to the skin. This type of dermatitis can be short or long-term depending on the cause. Contact dermatitis can have several causes. When the skin is irritated by a substance, it is called irritant contact dermatitis. Histamine is an immune response to contact allergies and irritants. It manifests in the skin by creating redness or a rash-like appearance. Chemicals are released in the blood that enlarge the vessels around an injury or irritation so that blood can speed removal of any allergy-causing substance. Most allergic reactions begin with a histamine response, and often allergy medications can reduce the symptoms. However, prolonged exposure to certain ingredients can cause permanent allergic contact dermatitis. Histamine reactions are common when you have your legs waxed. That doesn't necessarily mean that the waxer did anything wrong. It's just a natural reaction. Just a little tidbit of information there for you. Prolonged or repeated contact risks. The most common reason for allergic or irritant reactions is prolonged or repeated direct skin contact. This type of skin problem does not occur overnight. Monomer liquid and polymer powder, nail wraps, and UV gels are all capable of causing allergic reactions. In general, It takes from 4 to 6 months of repeated exposure before sensitive clients show symptoms. As a nail technician, you are also at risk. Prolonged, repeated, or long-term exposure can cause some people to become sensitive to certain ingredients found in products. Some likely places a nail technician or client may experience skin allergies are between a tech's thumb and pointer finger, on the nail technician's wrist, palm, or back of the hand, on the nail technician's face, especially the cheeks, on the client's eponychium, fingertips, or the sensitive tissues of the underlying nail bed. If you examine the area where the problem occurs, you can usually determine the cause. For example, nail technicians often smooth wet nail application brushes with their fingers. This is both prolonged and repeated contact. Eventually, the area may become sore and inflamed. The same problem occurs when technicians lay their arms on the towels contaminated with UV gel. I have a bad habit of doing that. I've gotten better. Just be aware of what's around you and within your arm's reach. Just another little tidbit there for you. Okay, lay their arms and towels contaminated with UV gel, monomer liquid, and polymer powder or filings. The palms and fingertips may be overexposed by picking up containers that have residual UV gel or monomer liquid on the outside. Small amounts of product on your hands are often transferred to the cheeks or face. Direct product contact with the skin is the cause of these facial irritation, not the vapors. Touching a client's skin with any monomer liquid and polymer powder or UV gel has the same effect. This is the most common reason for client sensitivities. With each exposure during a service, the risk of skin sensitization, I have trouble with that word sometimes, increases. This helps explain why it is extremely important that you always leave a tiny, free margin, approximately 1/16 of an inch, between the nail enhancement application and the living skin. Did you know one of the most important rules of being a good nail technician is never touch any nail enhancement product to the skin, the client's or yours. Consider wearing vinyl or latex-free gloves when working with nail products. Improper product consistency. The second most common reason for an allergy is improper product consistency. If too much monomer liquid is used, the result is an overly wet bead. Many technicians do not realize that the initiator, a special ingredient found in polymer powders, is needed to start the chemical reaction that causes the monomer liquid to harden or polymerize. When you apply product that is consistently too wet, it will harden on the nail with some monomer liquid trapped inside. This extra monomer liquid may eventually work its way down into the nail bed and can cause an allergic reaction, especially for clients with highly damaged or overly thin nail plates. This situation also makes the fresh filings more likely to cause an allergic reaction when the nail technician's skin is exposed. Service breakdown and an increased risk of adverse skin reactions are also problems that can occur with UV gel nail enhancements. In fact, many things can cause UV gel nails to improperly cure, including applying product too thick or too wet, too short of a cure time under the UV LED lamp, dirty lamps in the UV LED lamp unit, using a UV LED light unit not specifically designed for the chosen UV LED gel system. What is the difference between a UV bulb and a UV lamp? A UV bulb is designed to emit the correct UV energy needed to cure UV nail gel enhancements. There are many different bulbs that are used to cure UV gels, e.g. 4 or 9 watt bulbs and LED bulbs. Each emit UV or LED energy. A UV lamp incorrectly referred to by some as UV light, is a specialized electronic device that powers and controls UV bulbs to cure UV gel nail enhancements. UV nail lamps may look similar at first, but there is a big difference. The differences include the number and types of lamps in the unit, the distance the lamps are from the bottom of the unit where the hand is placed, the internal electronic components that cause the lamp to emit UV energy, and the overall size of the unit. These differences will all affect the curing power of the unit. Remember that wattage is a measure of how much electricity the lamp consumes and does not indicate how much UV energy the lamps produce. Wattage is much like the measurement miles per gallon, which tells you how much gasoline it will take to drive your car to a certain distance. Miles per gallon will not tell you how fast the car can go, just as wattage does not indicate how much UV energy a lamp will produce. For example, if a lamp unit has 4 lamps in it, and each is 9 watts, then it's called a 36-watt lamp unit. Likewise, if the lamp unit only has 3 lamps and is also 9 watts, then it is called a 27-watt lamp unit. Wattage does not indicate how much UV energy a UV lamp unit will emit or which wavelength of UV energy are produced, which can vary greatly. Therefore, it is best to always select the UV lamp unit designed for the UV gel system's manufacturing recommendations. Undercuring UV or LED gel enhancements. A third problem that can cause allergic or irritant skin and nail reactions is undercuring the gel enhancements. Several thin coatings and longer exposure lead to the best and most complete cure. Refer to the manufacturer's instructions to determine how best to cure the UV or LED curing product of your choice, and always follow the manufacturer's directions. If the nail technician's arm, wrist, hands, or fingers are overexposed to dust from undercured artificial nails, the potential for developing allergic reactions becomes more likely. However, even if they are properly cured, it is best to avoid skin overexposure to fresh filings, since they may cause adverse skin reactions. There are several other ways in which UV or LED gel surfaces can cause irritation or allergic reaction, including the soft gooey layer on top of gel enhancements must never come in contact with the skin's soft tissue. It is considered a partially cured UV gel and should be removed with an alcohol wipe. Don't use extra large or oversized brushes. Brushes that are too large do not save time. They can cause skin exposure and may lead to allergic reactions. Mixing product lines or custom blending your own special mixture can also create chemical imbalances, which leads to allergic reactions. Do not take unnecessary risks. Always use products exactly as instructed and never mix your own products. If you do not be surprised when you or your clients develop skin problems. It is estimated that adverse reactions such as irritations or allergies of the hand affect as much as 30% of all nail technicians sometime during their careers. Skin problems and allergies force many good nail technicians to give up successful careers. No one should suffer from a work-related allergy or irritation. With care, they are easily avoided. Caution. Once a client or technician becomes allergic, things will only get worse if you continue using the same techniques. It is best to discontinue use of the products in question until you figure out what is wrong. Medications and illness do not make clients sensitive to nail products. Only prolonged and repeated contact with uncured or partially cured UV gel or monomer liquids cause these allergies. Protect yourself. Take extreme care to keep brush handles, containers, and tabletops clean, disinfected, and free from product dust and residues. Repeatedly handling and working with these items will cause overexposure if they are not kept clean. Enhancement products are not designed for skin contact. Always wash your hands before and after performing nail services. Take special care to keep your hands moisturized. Avoid harsh soaps and constant applications of hand sanitizers. If in doubt, learn to perform nail care services wearing latex-free gloves. Many serious problems can be related to contact dermatitis. Do all that you can to protect yourself and your client so you can both enjoy nail enhancements for a long time to come. Check in. What is dermatitis? What is the immune response to contact allergies or irritants? Name 4 likely places a nail technician or client may experience a skin allergy. What 4 things can cause UV gels to improperly cure? And that'll do it for this video. Well, wait, let's do the competency progress. And then the chapter glossary will be the next video. How are you doing with skin structure, disorders, and diseases? Check the Chapter 3 learning objectives below that you feel you have mastered. Leave unchecked those objectives you will need to return to. Explain why knowledge of skin structure, disorders, and diseases is valuable for a nail technician. Label the main layers, sublayers, nerves, and glands of the skin. Describe the 6 primary functions of the skin. Outline the approaches to maintaining healthy skin. Describe how environmental and lifestyle factors can contribute to the aging of the skin. Identify the symptoms of the most common skin disorders and diseases. Describe how to prevent the most common skin-related problems in the salon. And that will do it for this video for real this time. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And check out my other videos, the Milady Aesthetics book, as well as the Milady Foundations book. Also have videos unboxing and trying various nail polishes for different brands and techniques, cat eyes, products from Temu, lots of fun things. So I appreciate you watching. I hope this was helpful to you. And again, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And some of my videos, a few hundred people are watching. Very few are commenting, and very few are giving it the thumbs up. So please, I'd appreciate it. If I can grow this channel, we'll be doing some giveaways and some fun things in the future. So again, I hope this was helpful to you. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.